It's 8.5 years and I can't stop crying. I kiss her goodnight every night, her picture.
Also building a new home within feet of a memorial site. Families of Flight 3407 are putting up a fight.
And a woman's body found in the trunk of a car. Tonight, new developments in this bizarre investigation.
Now with 7 First Alert weather, this is 7 Eyewitness News at 11.
In just hours, this 50-year-old woman suffering from ALS hopes groundbreaking new treatment will dramatically improve her life. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Tomorrow marks a new chapter in the fight against ALS.
Buffalo will lead the charge, becoming the first city in the country to use a newly approved drug. 7 Eyewitness News reporter Jeff Slauson spoke to the very first woman who will be treated.
Very hard. Very challenging.
In May of this year, Maureen Pye was officially diagnosed with ALS, and tomorrow she becomes the first person in the U.S. to be treated with Radicava, a new drug that aims to slow the disease.
I'm excited because I really don't have any other options.
Radicava cannot cure ALS, but it can slow the damage it causes.
This drug really is going to improve function and lifespan by as much as 33%, which is more than we've ever had in the history of this disease.
The drug is already being used in Japan and South Korea and is the first ALS treatment in the United States in 22 years. An encouraging sign for the mother of 2.
I hope it's going to slow the disease down. Just hoping for the best.
Pye will be receiving the treatment at the Dent Institute in Buffalo in the form of an injection. She will be receiving 140 of them over the next year. Each injection costing $1,000 gives her a new tool in her fight.
I'm hoping for the best, and I can't not try.
Being the first to try this drug, Pye knows that this could be very important for the 6,000 people who are diagnosed with the disease each year.
I hope maybe this will help someone else and give them hope.
Pye considers herself lucky to be the first Radicava recipient and is even considering testing that luck.
I said I should probably play the lottery today because normally I'm not lucky like that at all.
From Eden, Jeff Slauson, 7 Eyewitness News.
All new at 11, an unexpected landing in Buffalo for passengers on board a JetBlue flight. Tonight we are hearing the calls from air traffic control in Buffalo.
When able, can you let me know your original destination and the type of smell coming from your aircraft?
The 19th, we've got an odor reported by the cabin crew in the aft galley.
Now, the JetBlue flight was headed to San Diego from Boston when it diverted to Buffalo. 2 crew members were taken to ECMC for dizziness. 126 passengers on board jumped on a backup plane just about an hour ago.
Next tonight, President Donald Trump is adding federal muscle to the fight against drug abuse. The president declared the opioid crisis a national emergency today. The declaration allows executives at the federal level to expand treatment services. It's a topic that hits home for lawmakers in Erie County, where more than 200 people have died from an overdose this year.
I have 4 kids. 3 of them are teenagers. I worry every day about this. I see it in my community, and there's not a day goes by that we as the legislature aren't talking to organizations, aren't meeting with people, aren't speaking with support groups, aren't participating in candlelight vigils and walks and trying to figure out how best to go after this.
In Erie County, the average person to die from an opioid overdose is a white man, just 38 years old.
Now to the Niagara Falls sewer water saga. New tonight, lawmakers say it is time to hold someone accountable. Niagara County lawmakers passed 3 resolutions this evening calling for criminal investigations into that black discharge that was released into the base of the falls last month.
This is nothing political. This is our environment, our taxpayers, our constituents. Again, I will repeat, look at the photo. If that doesn't say it all, then I don't know what does.
The Niagara Falls Water Board has since apologized for that discharge and is citing human error. It says it is committed to the highest quality of wastewater treatment and will continue to keep the public updated.
A delicate site to honor victims of Flight 3407 is getting a new neighbor. It's a house under construction, and some say it's encroaching on this place of tribute, including one woman who visits the memorial every week to remember her daughter killed in that crash. The story tonight from 7 Eyewitness News reporter Hannah Bueller.
I do feel closer to her here because the last time I saw her, it was on Tuesday morning. She left for Newark, and I told her, vaya con Dios. That means go with God, and she did go with God. I never saw her again.
As the sun sets along Long Street in Clarence Center, a mother pays respects to her daughter, Mary Abraham, who was one of 50 people who died when Flight 3407 crashed in Clarence Center.
It's 8.5 years, and I can't stop crying. It is very fresh. Even though it was 8 years ago, I still see the balls of fire. I still hear the explosions. For me, it's brand new every day.
Tita Abraham says once every couple of weeks she visits this hallowed ground, walks the concrete steps in the shape of 3407's wings to sit, to pray, and to remember.
To me, it's a sacred site, and it should stay so.
Abraham says she now has a new mission to fight for added privacy at the memorial site, where she says her daughter took her last breath. A home is now being built on the private property lot next to the site, and Abraham says she has concerns about protecting the integrity of the lot where her daughter died, so it's not just an extension of the lawn. After all, she says, it's a burial ground.
So that when we come here, we can have a little bit of privacy.
Privacy like on the other side of the memorial, where a wooden fence stands tall.
This land is sacred because of all the souls that die here.
Abraham brought this issue to the attention of the Clarence Town Board. The Flight 3407 board maintains the site, and the town owns it. The town supervisor tells us her concerns will be forwarded to the Flight 3407 board for further discussion.
I'm going to fight for this.
I spoke with the president of the 3407 board, who tells me he will be putting this item on the agenda for the board meeting later on this month. He does tell me there is a definite possibility that the board can work something out with the families for some type of privacy barrier between the new home and the site. I also did speak with the homeowner who's building the new home next to the memorial site, who tells me he too eventually will be putting in some type of privacy barrier. Hannah Bueller, 7 Eyewitness News.
Also tonight, police are now